Alright, so welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Danielle Cohn and Danielle Cohn's mum. Now usually in these videos I talk about YouTubers or influencers and I just talk about them. I don't bring family members into it because, to be honest, it's just not fair. They've not done anything wrong, apart from in this situation where Danielle Cohn's mum is allegedly letting her daughter do terrible things on the internet to gain followers which she should never really get. Now I've made videos on Danielle Cohn and I've spoken about Danielle Cohn's mum in the past. I even made a video yesterday talking about a similar situation. But this one is a very different one because Danielle Cohn's mum has responded to my video. I say responded to my video, she has responded to everybody's video that has been calling out her parenting and calling out Danielle Cohn and saying that she should not allow her daughter to dress like that, to act like that, to pretend to be pregnant, to pretend to be married, and just pretend to be like a 27-year-old woman. I'm not saying that 27-year-old women go around pretending to be pregnant. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the rest of the things she does, it's not really what a 13 or 15-year-old girl should be doing. So now I'm going to read a response to my video, but I'm probably not going to be able to put it on the screen. What I say will be word for word what she says, but because I sometimes get the yellow symbol of doom for putting things on the screen that is not my face, I'll read it out word for word. We'll have a little talk about what she said. Because it's just quite hilarious. So she puts a photo on of Danielle Cohn and Danielle Cohn's brother, and she starts out with this. Today has been the best day of my life. This summer was a worst experience of my life. Just a quick one, just to pause the video a second. At the end of the video there will be a comment of the day, so if you watch the end of the video, then you'll be granted hero status on the Wadey channel. Now I can only imagine here she's responding, she's speaking with regards to the situation what happened this summer with the alleged break-ins and then all the controversy over leaked birth certificates and other documents which show that Danielle Cohn, her daughter, was in fact 13 years old. Now 13 or 15, Danielle Cohn should never be acting like this. She should never be faking pregnancies no matter how old she is, and she should never be dressing like that, 13 or 15, because she's going to get the wrong type of viewer watching her. And some people might say, oh Wadey, you're just jealous of Danielle Cohn. Well, I mean, I'm jealous of the number she gets, but we'll get there one day. As far as her behaviour, it couldn't be further from the truth. I'm not jealous of that. I'm legitimately trying to help. But it appears here we have got a parent, we have got a daughter, and we've got a family that simply do not care. We have got a family that seem to just want to do anything for money. I live for my kids. Regardless of what the internet says, I allow my kids to be who they are and follow their dreams. And I also stand in the back of their videos and oh no. I did add that little bit in. I am of course referring to a video where she made Danielle Cohn apologise. She was sat in the back saying, say sorry, when she was apologising for the remarks she made to Mikey Tour and Mikey Tour's friend when she commented on their complexion, or how they look, shall we say. If you're a very cynical person, you may take this comment out of context. When she says, I live for my kids, many people might say, yes you do, because one of them, in the form of Danielle Cohn, brings in a lot of money. She goes on to say in this little paragraph she's wrote, in this essay, that Danielle Cohn is a millionaire. So I'm not surprised you do live for your kids. I've said before, I'm not sure whether this family have been used to money or whether money's been hard to come by, and generally that's not for me to discuss, but it might give us a reason as to why this entire thing is happening. In return, I have two of the most amazing kids. They are both respectful and don't give me a hard time. That respectful one, I'm not sure I can quite agree on that one. You have literally got a daughter who doesn't respect herself. How you can call her respectful, I have no idea. She literally does anything for money, and I feel bad talking about a 13 or 15-year-old girl like this, but it's genuinely going to become a problem if it's not already. There are people online who don't have Danielle Cohn's best interests at heart. There are people who don't just sit there and make videos talking about her. There are people with very bad intentions. And it is incredibly dangerous what she's doing. You might not agree with what my daughter posts or what she does, but at this age, she's setting up her life. She become a millionaire at her age. Well, we'll ignore the lack of an English GCSE, or whatever the equivalent is in America, and we'll go on to the fact that Danielle Cohn is a millionaire at 13 years old. Allegedly. I'm going to refer to her as 13 years old because I know she's come out and said that her birth certificate is not actually true, it's not actually real, and that we don't have the actual hold of the actual one. It's a fake one, or it's been photoshopped. I'm not quite sure I believe that. There's been too many things. Mikey Tour's parents, have been too many things. The old beauty pageant things where she's entered into a certain year. There's too much evidence. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to say she's allegedly 13. 13 years old and a millionaire. That is incredible. That is unbelievable. That puts you in the top like 0.0001% of people alive. That is a truly astounding achievement if you'd not achieved it in the way that you had. Now at least she's acknowledging that not everybody agrees with what her daughter posts and how her parenting is. But there has to come a point where you realise that this is just not safe. This is just should not be allowed. Now for many weeks and many months I've been saying that Danielle Cohn's mum is probably in the back of her videos and telling her what to do, telling her what to say and telling her what to wear. But in this next comment, she addresses all that. She does it all on her own. We argue and go back and forth as any teenagers with their parents. At the end of the day, I will give up my life for them. Now when she says she does it all on her own, I just have a really difficult time believing that. The amount of time she's on live streams with her mum and the amount of things that have happened, it doesn't strike me as something a 13 or 15-year-old girl would think of. Now the content she puts out, she knows what does well. She understands the strategy of YouTube, she understands clickbait, she understands watch time. I'm not sure a 13-year-old girl would be able to get her head around that because I've barely got my head around that, and I'm 22, going on 23, and I did a law degree. I'm not saying a law degree makes me better than everybody in the world, but I hope it makes me slightly more intelligent than a 13-year-old. Like you, the person watching this video, the person you behind the screen, ask yourself this question. You at 13 years old, would you A, have the know-how to post videos, thumbnails, edit in the way that Danielle Cohn does, and B, would you have the know-how with regards to posting certain content and seeing what works well and what doesn't, and basically profiting off the ones that do well. Because personally, at 13 years old, I was more interested in spending 4 hours a day playing Modern Warfare 2. People close to us know what we went through. I learned a lot to never help people out in this field, because when you stop, they will turn on you. Now, I'm not going to speculate on what Danielle Cohn and her family, Danielle Cohn's mum, has been through, because I'm sure, as everybody does, everybody has bad situations in their life. I've spoke many times about my dad and how he died from cancer. I think a lot of people have situations similar to this, and as much as I want to feel sorry for Danielle Cohn and her family and whatever they've been through, it doesn't excuse this behaviour. I didn't suddenly start acting like a bit of a melt after that happened. It's not really an excuse. The majority of you watching this video will have had family members who are unfortunately no longer with us, and a lot of people who've had very sad situations. But none of you are acting like Danielle Cohn is. End of the story, they cleared my name, found that we are not lying, so hopefully that stops, found my kids well taken care of, and saw that Danny is her own person and does what she wants. So this is obviously with regards to the situation about birth certificates and her daughter being 13-year-old and lying about her age. Now from this we can imply that the police got involved. The police or the authorities found that it was reasonable and they thought it was worth checking out whether Danielle Cohn was actually that age and whether she was being well looked after. The police or the authorities don't do that on a whim. They don't do that just for a bit of a laugh. Like, there must have been some evidence, some concrete evidence or suggestions that this might not all be okay, and so they had to go and check it out. Now you can say that, well, it's sorted. Danielle Cohn's mum says they've been to the police and everything is fine, but from somebody whose daughter is a compulsive liar, and somebody that lies on a daily basis in her videos, or would appear to, allegedly, I'm not sure we can really take this on face value, because they have a lot to hide, they do. If Danielle Cohn is 13 years old, well, her entire YouTube channel, her entire life, spirals slowly downwards out of control. To the 3 adults who called on me, well, I won, because I'm a mother who actually cares about her children. No more. It is finally over. Now here I'm guessing, I'm implying, I'm saying allegedly again. I keep saying allegedly. We need to get some allegedly merch. I saw some people comment that in the comments, and you know what? Might happen. But I would say she's allegedly referring to Mikey Tua's parents. They're the ones that first spring to mind when we talk about birth certificates and bit of controversy going between the two families. They must have seen something that made them think that this is not all okay. They must have seen some evidence, or I would imagine so, that they thought that it was worth getting the authorities involved. And now you could say maybe they were just doing it to try and get back at Danielle Cohn and Danielle Cohn's mum for what they had done or taken part of in upsetting her son. Now whether we can believe this statement, whether we can believe this Instagram post, if you want to go and have a look, I think her name is Jen_Arch_. So if you want to go and check out the full post for yourself, then there you go. Whether we can believe it, I have no idea. I'm not sure. At the end of the day, we're not going to truly ever know. We don't know if it's a police report has actually happened. We don't know whether the authorities have really got involved, or whether she's just saying this as a bit of a front to try and get people off her back because people are starting to get closer and closer to the truth and realise that Danielle Cohn, or Danielle Cohn's mum's daughter, is in fact younger than everybody thinks she is. In another post or in another comment, she refers to how Danielle Cohn goes for 17-year-old boys when she's 15. She says that it's absolutely fine and the police have said that there's nothing wrong with that, it's only a 2-year age gap. Which, I mean, it is still a bit strange if you imagine a 15 and 17-year-old. But she also goes on to say that this is fine as long as they don't do things. And we know from Mikey Tour and Mikey Tour's mum that them two, Mikey Tour and Danielle Cohn, unfortunately, as cringy and as horrible and as weird to think as this is, they did unfortunately do things, and Mikey Tour's mum said that she let it happen. So that is a lie straight out by Danielle Cohn's mum, if we assume that Mikey Tour's mum is in fact telling the truth. So the comment of the day is gorilla. This is the comment of the day. This is a very big gorilla and I'm not entirely sure why it's so big. But that is the comment of the day. If you want to follow me on social media, it's at WadeyTC, isn't it? It is, yes it is. And if not, then I hope you've had a good day. I guess that's not my outro, but please like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.